Poor Marielle, you gotta feel so freaking sorry for her. I mean, she was literally getting tormented this entire episode. It made me feel so sorry for her. That freaking mountain of paperwork on her desk. Wow, the way she was just rolling around like, I hate classes, and rolling around on the freaking floor in the darkness. It was so adorable. It was cute. I mean, her character just got even better from this episode. I love that. It was just so adorable. There were so many adorable moments in this episode. There wasn't a lot of action in this episode, but what this episode clearly showed was that basically Shiro is trying to build an empire, some form of major plans to take over Akiba. And that, actually, I'm going to have a theory on that just real quick in a second. I really love Akatsuki's actual outfit. Oh my, that maid outfit. Oh, that's so freaking beautiful. Just the way she's dressed up and it got forced by Henrietta and basically says, oh, you can't open that warehouse door. Oh, you can't escape either. I'm allowed individual fighting privileges, but you're not. And they're just, wow, there's so much funniness in this episode. Some great comedy, great character development. Getting to see some more good members from the Crescent Moon Guild to be able to know more about them. Getting to see everybody's feelings. Nyato is more of a badass, like, again, in this episode, the way he talks. Just this episode, this series, man, it still manages to shock me with each episode. I love how basically they incorporated talking about guild banks in this episode and more about the economy type side. Now, let's get into the theory of what I think is going to happen with this plan Shiro is basically trying to come up with. Now, he said and started talking to Nyato basically that any land in any zone, any house or building can be bought, okay? Now, since he said there was a ridiculous price on just even one building, is it possible you could actually buy land of an entire city? Think about that one. Imagine if he bought the entire Akiba. I mean, at the end he was looking at a giant building, but what if he could buy the entire city, and that's why he's doing this entire corporation, getting guilds together, and basically having all the good guilds of the Akiba coming together, and then purchasing the entire town for themselves, and making the economy and the entire living conditions for everybody else in the game a lot better. And that's the way I can see the actual story and plot going. And it seems to be a very interesting theory. It's plausible at the same time. There's different ways this can go, too. But, I mean, that's the way I would take it. I would try to buy the entire city if it was possible. Because, I mean, they wouldn't even go with the entire mechanics of buying buildings and stuff in this episode if it didn't have some major importance to the plot. So there has to be something with buying land. That's already common sense there. What is Shiro trying to accomplish? Now, another thing I really loved about this episode is the whole ideal of Crescent Burgers sitting at the freaking stall. And I was like, Crescent Burgers, oh, this is the end of the line. And Sarah is basically at the end of the line being adorable as usual and all that. It's like, this is the end of the line, don't cut out a line, all that. There's just, man, I love the animation. The animation is not the best animation of this fall anime season, but it's still a good enough animation, and that doesn't bring down the anime score for me at all. It's still a great series, a great plot, great interesting characters, and they break the traditional stereotypes of gamers in this actual anime. For one, usually when you see like a gamer in an anime, or even a manga, you usually see that they're like either shut in, so they don't have any jobs or anything. But in this anime, they did something completely different I didn't see coming. For instance, Shiro, as we all know, is basically an engineering student. And then you have the accountant, Henrietta, is basically an accountant in real life. So I was like, holy crap, that's completely different. And so they're actually bringing economics and type of stuff in this series. And they're actually just incorporating a lot of good mechanics from actual MMOs and games into this series, along with keeping their anime comedy and real-world status. It's really good. The only thing I'm more curious about in this series that keeps building up is who is the Tea Party? Where is all the Tea Party members? Why did they disband? And that is still the major question I keep asking. And I want to know exactly what happened in the moments in time, why they wanted to disband. I mean, I know they all went their separate ways, but I mean, still, well, why did they disband? Well, everybody, this has, just been a really good episode. I love Log Horizon. It's definitely in my top 5 of this fall anime season. And just, man, this series is just so amazing. I love it so much. I look forward to this series every single week. And this episode seemed to be getting shorter to me because that's how much enjoyment I'm getting out of each episode. Well, everybody, this is going to be the end of my anime review on Log Horizon this week. If you want to see any more anime reviews on this anime or any other anime or manga, please leave me a comment below this video. And if you enjoyed my video content, please subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me. Please stay chibi, and chibi out.